Hi and welcome. This is lesson 2. Today, which is Friday, we had our first class meeting on Zoom, and that was a bit challenging, I admit. It did not go smoothly as far as the technical side of things. So I apologize for those who came on, and I'm glad you stayed with it and persevered and joined me eventually. Thank God for Liz, who made it all possible. Um, I'll be working with her and trying to get that to run much more smoothly. So the next class meeting on Friday, September 4th at 10, you should receive, all of you, an email from me with an invitation and a link and then the password and the ID. So I just want to clarify that. Um, this is all a little bit new to me. I've never hosted a meeting before, so that was where we had the challenge. It worked when I was over at the Art Center working with Liz, and then it just didn't work from here, from my own home. Moving along, we did discuss the first lesson. So everybody that showed up pretty much had something to show. They worked on it. They did very well. I think it was a little bit more of a challenge for them, only in the sense that it seems so simplistic and kind of redundant. But the point is, if you can see mine, and I think you can, because I did one just for demonstration purposes, finished it. You can see where I varied the color of the lines. I continued them all the way down. I started to play with them and create patterns in there. And then make waves and lines, and just had some fun with it. And you can see the different things that are happening with the lines, how it creates some sort of sense of fading in and fading out, which is what I really was hoping each one of you would begin to come around to, that the weight of the line, the color of the line, when you're drawing, determines an awful lot about how the piece itself, whether it has a sense of depth and whether it has a sense of completion. We'll work on this some more, because the next lesson, which you're going to start today, or actually Sunday, if you haven't finished lesson 1, please do it and continue down. Like I said, fill your whole page. I did 3 columns. Some people did 4, but finish it out and then go to the next one. The next one is waves, and I've started this here. We talked a little bit about this lesson 2 today. I started one. As you can see, it's just a line that goes across. You make a wavy line across the top of your page from left to right, all the way across, and then you come back and you keep following that same wave or same line. You can make it a little, come together a little closer, and then you can enlarge the space between it. Don't get too crazy. Try to keep it about a 3/8 maximum distance when you start to pull it apart. Then let the line come together. Again, play with the color, the weight of your line. You can use one pencil or charcoal pencil. You can experiment with all of them, again, as you did with the first lesson, and see what you get. But I want you to go all the way from here, all the way down to the bottom of the page, following this wavy line, and see what develops. That's what we'll discuss on Friday. The point to this one is you're going to start to see form, something that happens, and it's going to start to give you a sense of form. And that's what I really want you to begin to develop. So that's why the coloration now is going to come in to play a lot on how that form and that wave really begins to come alive and make a sense of a real, almost mountains, hills, and valleys that you're going to begin to create. So give it some thought and pay attention to what you're doing as you go along. Again, hopefully Friday's meeting will go a lot smoother. You will get an email with a link and you will get the password and the passcode, the ID number and the passcode to get in. And I hope more of you will join us next Friday at 10, and we'll have more to discuss. I want to get more feedback from all of you as you start to pursue these lessons. There'll be one more after this that will be sort of the same type of lesson exercise when you do that one. And then on the fourth lesson is when you're going to start to pull this all together and actually be working on a subject. You'll each will have to set up your own subject. We'll get to that, because if you were in the classroom, I would be setting it up for you to work on. But because you're in your own home, you're going to have to set it up yourself and create your own setup. But that's okay too. We'll work on that. We'll get to that. That's next time around. Actually, it's two lessons away. So have some fun with this. We'll talk about it Friday. If you have any questions, you can always email me. Again, fill up the whole page. I don't want anything left out. Start at the very top and go all the way to the bottom. Even let it run off the page, okay? And we'll talk Friday. Take care. Have a good week. Bye now.